It's 1960 and you just stole $40,000 from a Texas man. What do? Well, don't go to the sleazy hotel where no one has checked in or checked out. Today on the Dissect That Film Podcast, they talk about 1960s Psycho. Here we go.
Flip the switches to maximum amplification as Parker, Dan, and Angela prepare for their operation. With trivia and plot points scrawled across their walls, laughter and debate erupts as the movie's drama calls. The world may call them crazy, minds gone astray, but genius and passion and madness all dance the same way. Now the show begins to rise from its broadcast realm, and you can open your eyes as we dissect that film.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dissect That Film Podcast, a podcast that dissects the good, the bad, and the ugly of cinema. I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me as always, my wonderful co-host Dan and Angela of D&A Gaming.
Hello.
And joining us once again are the wonderful humans behind the show, Team T&A. We have T&A themselves, Tyler and Arik. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Hey. Hello, everyone.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
So a couple months ago, I was on your show, and you gave me homework, and I went a bit extra, and I ended up buying the movie that you wanted me to talk about. It was Psycho 2.
Yes.
And I was like, all right, I haven't seen Psycho 2 since I was young, very, very young, and I didn't remember anything about it. Bought the movie, watched it, got to talk about it with you guys. It was a blast. Well, I wanted to do a Mother's Day episode. So each one of us, the hosts of this show, chose Mother's Day related movies or movies that have to do with mothers. And my pick won, which is today's topic. And that is 1960s Psycho.
I want you to see Psycho the way I originally made it, with every scene intact. The version TV did not dare show. The murderer, you see, crept in here very slowly. Of course, the shower was on, there was no sound. And
see it uncut, intact. No one will be admitted to see it except from the very beginning. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Rated M. Suggested for mature audiences. Parental discretion advised.
Oh, this is a movie that has been on the docket for a long time. I've been wanting to talk about Psycho for a long time, but it's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, we're the 10 millionth podcast that's probably talked about Psycho, because Psycho is probably one of the most influential, probably one of the most like it's probably one of the top 50 greatest movies of all time. It's just iconic in so many ways. So what can we add to it? Well, we can add our stupid humor and other things to it. So here we are talking about Psycho. So now we're going to go around and you all are going to share your histories with this movie. And we're going to start with our guests. I'm going to start with Arik, because we all know Tyler is the movie guy. Arik is slowly, he's getting there. He's getting there. Every time I listen to the Team T&A podcast.
TMNT, got it?
Yep, when I'm listening to TMNT, while I'm listening to Team T&A, he's bringing more and more movie knowledge to the table. And so we're going to start with Arik. What is your history with Psycho?
I'm getting there. This movie is very, very special to me. It's one of the first black and white movies I've ever seen. I think it may be the first Hitchcock movie I ever saw.
Wow.
Tyler, who has been bringing me into movies for the past more than 20 years now, he moved into the same apartment building that I was living in, and he was my neighbor, which was amazing times for us. Amazing times. So I would come over to his house, and he would just pop a movie in and showed me all of the classics. And he said, let's get into Hitchcock. And it started with Psycho, and it fucking blew my mind. That was the first time I ever saw like a mindfuck thriller. That was the first time I ever saw something where the ending and nearing the end, I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like, this is crazy. So this movie is very, very special to me. And I think we marathoned 1 and 2 just back to back. And I was obsessed with the second one, but it all started with Psycho.
Yeah,
I love
that was a good time. I remember that viewing where Arik really was quite impressed with it. It was kind of special.
Yeah.
It's a great history. It's probably one of the greatest histories I've ever heard.
Thank you,
Arik.
We should just end the podcast.
Yeah.
Guys, we want to get better than that.
Where do we go from here? Fuck all that. Tyler.
No, I'll tell you. But
go ahead.
But just real quick, I loved Psycho so much, and I remember Tyler saying, "I'm scared to show you number 2 because of how much you like number 1." And then when I saw number 2, I was, he was waiting for a reaction, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, I thought 1 was crazy, 2 is insane. So I love this series. Take it, Tyler. I'm sorry.
Imagine how scared I was when I said, "I'm really scared about what you'll think of 3."
Yeah,
and that got more of the reaction that I expected.
What happened?
Yeah.
What's your history, Tyler?
So this is a special one. I was about 8 when I first saw it, and my grandfather showed it to me off of a early 1980s VHS recording from a local station. And I would actually watch this cassette. This was very heavy in the rotation because I was over there a lot, and it had the commercials, had the movie. I loved the movie. My mom was pissed the fuck off. I didn't care. And I watched it over and over. I got the VHS, the DVD, the Blu-ray. I showed it to Arik, and it's a special one. It's a movie I've seen dozens of times, and I never get tired of watching it. So
there we are.
That's the history.
Dan?
Why do you always ask me first? Ask her.
I didn't. I asked Arik first, and then I asked Tyler.
No,
so you're the third person I'm asking.
Okay, fair enough. God, that's the first time I've ever seen it.
No
wow.
way.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's
really?
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever watched this movie.
Okay. All right.
You want the ring back because you're really leaning far away.
I'm
Angela
hiding.
left.
No, I'm hiding because I've never watched this either.
Whoa!
Wow.
Okay. This is fun. I like it. I actually like this. We have
not any other time, just this instant.
This time. Every other time. What is wrong with you? No.
Yeah, I know you should. That's what you should be saying.
I watched Bates Motel before this, and I have been told several for years. I think Aaron tried to get me to watch it. He gave me a movie. He gave me that and another movie that I had to watch. Never watched it, and I just gave it back.
Deliverance?
No, I've watched that
It
one.
was just a shot in the dark. I don't know.
You've seen Deliverance, but you haven't seen Psycho.
Yeah.
Well, look where we live. That's like a Sunday afternoon.
I can just look out the window and see it now.
Hey,
God.
banjos are playing. Don't go in those woods.
All right, today, guys, we're staying inside.
Yeah,
he's doing the song.
One of those kind of days.
No, I have wanted to watch this for a long time. I just never got around to watching it. No, I was hiding because I didn't want to be.
Honestly,
I
kept thinking you'd seen this,
No.
and I was like, okay.
Now I have seen several clips from the movie, but I've never fully watched it.
Yeah,
I think
it's kind of hard to
everyone
get
has.
away from it. That or references, or of course my big one growing up was Simpsons. It's where Maggie hits Homer on the head and does dun, dun, and the paint can falls. It goes down the drain in the basement, and it's I guess Marge versus Itchy and Scratchy. It's where she tries to get Itchy and Scratchy canceled because of the violence on TV, because Maggie's emulating it. But yeah, it's good stuff.
I mean, the shower scene is probably one of the most like iconic scenes in movie history, where it's just like, yeah, you may have never seen this movie. We talked about it with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where it's the large Marge scene, the truck driver who like changes into like a stop motion face. It's like, you see that scene, you're like, oh yeah, it's Large Marge. But some people just don't know what it's from. They're just like, oh yeah, I know, I've seen that before, but never seen the movie. So
I'm trying to remember if I've seen that. Period.
I think if you see the clip, you'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen that before.
Okay. I'll look it up later.
Yeah. Yeah, my history with this is my grandma had this on VHS. I don't know which version of it on VHS she had, because I know there was a couple versions, because like Tyler, you were saying, oh, you said you recorded off TV, right? It was like a recording.
It was
it
was an off-air recording.
Mm-hmm. The one I watched was on a VHS, but it was like a legit release from who owns this movie? Paramount?
Universal.
Or Universal. Yeah.
Well, they own it now.
Yeah, but I think back then was Paramount. Because
right before
it was Paramount.
Okay.
Yeah. And I probably watched this way too young. I was probably like 9 or 10. And it was just like, I don't remember like the very first time, but I just remember like seeing that shower scene for the first time and just being like, what? And then the ending and just like how it all plays out. And we'll talk about it more when we go through the plot, but I mean, I guess everybody knows kind of the plot of Psycho. The fact that the lead character dies halfway through the movie, or at least the person you think is going to be the lead character. And it's just like, it's something that like they hadn't seen before back then. I mean, this movie is 66 years old, which is mind-blowing to think about, and how it still hits so hard even today. And I remember, all those years ago watching as a kid, being super shocked at everything that was going on, and the fact of like thinking that Norman and his mother were two different people, and it was wild times. And even watching it last night, and I've seen it a lot over the course of my life, and watching it last night, it's still just hits. Like, everything that's going to happen, but like the way that everything is shot, and Anthony Perkins' performance in this is just so good. And man, he was a freaking handsome fella.
Yeah.
Like
he was. He's got those boyishly good looks.
Yes. Sure does. And he just decides, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep making these movies. But
might as well, dude. Just run with that meal ticket.
Should have stopped after 2. Should have stopped after 2.
Well, that's a debate we can have later.
He directed 3, which is always a fun fact.
Mm.
But this one was directed by Alfred Hitchcock. He was a little indie director, no big deal. He didn't do anything big other than like a lot of things, like The Birds and North by Northwest and Rear Window and Strangers on a Train and Dial M for Murder, To Catch a Thief, Vertigo. Those are
schlock.
Yeah, all just kind of nothing. Like,
did we talk about the Boyds?
Yeah, we talked about The Birds.
Okay, I missed it. Sorry, I had to go scuba diving.
Oh.
something fell off of our desk, and I was like, hang on a second.
It was our microphone mixer.
Yeah, our microphone mixer just went like off the back of our desk.
Nobody's touching any part of the desk, and it just
fine.
Just went to Narnia.
Mm-hmm.
It was written.
Our house is possessed.
Yeah.
The screenplay was done by Joseph Stefano, who took Robert Bloch's 1959 novel and kind of tweaked it. I've never read the novel. Has anyone here read the novel?
Yes.
How close is the novel to the movie?
The basic, a lot of it's the same. The framework's the same. There's certain scenes that are different, and one specific characterization that's very different. And I'm happy to go into little by little as we go through the plot.
Yeah, well,
it's not a lot, but
spit them out when we get there. Just be like, hey, book fact, and I will stop.
It's a very short read. You could actually read it like in a day. If you're at all interested.
If this wasn't, so we did a poll on our Patreon. That's how this movie was chosen. As I mentioned before, it was all of us picking mother-related movies. And so by the time the movie was chosen and then its recording date, I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of like reading or anything. So I probably would have read the book before this episode, but fortunately, time was against me. The cinematography was done by John L. Russell, who fantastic job shooting this movie. Looking through his filmography, did a lot. Oh, he was the cinematographer for The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms.
Hell yeah.
That's
movie kicks
awesome.
ass,
We
dude.
talked about that
What
on
is
our
it
other
called?
show. The Beast from
20,000
20,000 Fathoms. You've never heard of it? It's the
From
movie
1953.
that inspired Godzilla.
Yeah. Yep. It's one of the movies.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
It's a good movie, dude. It's stop motion by Ray Harryhausen.
It's fantastic.
Wow.
Yep. It's really good. Actually, it was one of his earlier works. He was I think Willis O'Brien was still helping a little bit with that. But Ray Harryhausen designed the creature. It's pretty dope. It's got the lighthouse scene in that is one of my favorite like shots in an old movie. It's so fucking good. But I love monster movies, so like I oversell shit. So please don't be like, this is not as good as he fucking said.
No,
This
it's
shit
really
looks like
good.
rubber. I'm like, yeah,
We're gonna
well,
leave you a horrible comment.
You should.
Yes.
Can you
Doesn't
make
know
it
anything
like
about
a,
movies?
Can you make it a
Plus
paragraph?
racist.
Can you
Yeah,
just
like
just
all
make it
the
a
reasons
novel
are wrong.
for us, please.
Yeah,
Appreciate
short
those comments,
paragraph. Yeah.
Like, oh
just
God, I
say-
gotta sit
just
down.
start-
Let me get a drink first.
Yeah, lead with, Dan's an idiot, but then just the rest of it, just like copy paste a paragraph out of something unrelated and just to fill it out.
The music was done by Bernard Herrmann, who the score for this movie is so iconic to the point that it was pretty much reused for 1985's Reanimator by
Was
Richard
it?
Band. Yes. We talked about it on our episode. The fact that Richard Band, who was the composer for Reanimator, pretty much just took this score and just tweaked it just enough to get the literally just watch the beginning of Reanimator and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's the Psycho score.
No,
I could be wrong, but I think Bernard Herrmann's estate took that production to court.
Probably.
Afterward.
I wouldn't be surprised with how close they are. I would
Yeah.
not be surprised at all. The thing is, though, is when you watch Reanimator and you hear that score in the beginning of the movie, it's like it's perfect for that movie. Even though you're like, yeah, it's just the Psycho score. It was released September 8th, 1960. Had a runtime of 109 minutes. It had a budget of $806,000. Of course, that was in 1960. And its box office was $50 million in 1960.
Ooh.
As of today, the box office technically would have been $544 million.
Wow.
So it
That's a
made
profit.
bank.
Yeah, so
And-
the cost was probably closer to 8 million then.
Yeah. But even think an $8 million budget,
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
$544 million.
Yeah.
Like that is insane. I mean,
It's stupid.
Hitchcock was always good with selling his movies. I mean, he literally, one of the trailers for this movie is literally him walking through every set, telling you what happens on this set. This is the shower. This is where our main character, Marion Crane, will take her last shower. Like, he spoils the movie in one of the trailers. Like, he's literally telling you everything that's happening. This is the Bates house. This is where Norman Bates lives with his mother. And he always said that he was a very, like, squat man, so he had a very deep British accent. And he's been in the bathroom. He was also kind of a creep, and he didn't treat his female leads very well, especially who was the lead actress in The Birds?
I don't
Tippi Hedren.
Tippi
Yeah,
Hedren.
Tippi Hedren.
Who, funny enough, Tippi Hedren was in that movie Roar that we talked about last week because Jan de Bont was the cinematographer for that movie. Tippi Hedren was the lead actress in Roar because her husband was the director.
Yep.
And she also got attacked by lions and tigers and everything that he had. Dude, what a wild I really want to talk about Roar at some point.
It's a
in,
great
like,
movie.
detail. People almost
It's
died
terrifying.
for real. It's horrifying.
What a safe picture to be on.
Oh yeah. It was,
Oh my
it was
God.
Good times. So the cast, we have Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates. We have Vera Miles as Lila Crane. We have John Gavin as Sam Loomis. It's the second time we've talked about a Sam Loomis, as this is where John Carpenter got the name from.
Yep.
I like the theory though that this Sam Loomis actually becomes the Halloween Sam Loomis. Like, he's just the same guy. He just ages terribly.
It happens.
He becomes a disgruntled cop that just runs around and goes, "I shot him 6 times, Sheriff! I shot him 6 times!"
Please.
We have Martin Balsam as private investigator Milton Arbogast.
Such a fake-ass name.
Dude, Arbogast? We have John
Mr.
Arbogast!
He's a wizard. He has to be a fucking wizard, dude.
We have John McIntyre as Sheriff Al Chambers. I'm trying to think. Let's see. What else? Who else is important that we see a lot in this movie? That's fine. Oh, we do get a small, well, not really small, but Alfred Hitchcock's daughter, Pat, was in this movie. She plays the woman that works with Marion at the real estate. She work at a real estate office?
It's a car dealership, isn't it?
No, it's a real estate office.
Yeah, I was gonna say the guy was buying a house.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, that's Alfred Hitchcock's daughter. And of course, Janet Leigh as Marion Crane, who, for anyone who doesn't know this fact that has been out for a very long time, this is Jamie Lee Curtis's mother.
Yep. One of the best cameos in Halloween H2O, or in horror cinema, is her in H2O.
She's wearing the same outfit.
Same outfit. She got the same car.
Yep. So
wait,
good.
the first one or the second car?
Second car.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the second, because it has the fins.
Yeah, it's the car that gets
57 Ford. Yeah.
Hot damn. It's a beautiful car.
And I think the first one she drives is like a 55 Ford.
Piece of shit.
It seemed all right to me. She's the one that was in a hurry to get rid of the motherfucker. They're just like, I gotta get rid of it. I'm being tailed. Trash. Now everything's fine.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. So yeah, we talked about the fact that this was based on the 1959 book by Robert Bloch, which I guess the book was loosely based on the life of Ed Gein, or kind of the things he was doing or what he was convicted of doing. They also did a weird. Did anybody watch the Monster Show, the Ed Gein story with the guy from Sons of Anarchy?
You talked about it before.
I can't remember his name.
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam, right?
Yep.
Did anybody watch it?
I did.
I didn't hear.
You did?
About it.
I did.
So the show, of course, is a very dramatized retelling of Ed Gein's life, but it also talks about all the movies that Ed Gein inspired. And I put it in quotations because they're so very loosely inspired by Ed Gein. And one of them is Psycho. You know, Robert Bloch. In the show, literally, Robert Bloch is sitting with Alfred Hitchcock trying to sell the whole idea of Ed Gein and like telling him his history and all this, that, and the other. And Alfred Hitchcock is becoming like obsessed with Ed Gein and all this. And then it has a weird portrayal of Anthony Perkins in it. And it's a weird show. They talk about that, talk about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then I think Silence of the Lambs, because those were like the 3 big ones that Ed Gein inspired.
I think that was the other one.
There was also a movie with Anthony Hopkins where he plays Alfred Hitchcock. I think it was just called Hitchcock, where it's literally about Alfred Hitchcock's like journey through making the movie Psycho and like his tumultuous relationships with his wife and Tippi Hedren and pretty much all the female leads of any of his movies, because he was a creep. And yeah, it's just a lot of weird history with Alfred Hitchcock and kind of the history with this movie and like the way that it is portrayed, or the like what actually happened on the sets and all of this, that, and the other. But yeah, it was one of those movies that people couldn't stay away from. I mean, it was one of those, you know, remember when Terrifier 2 came out and people were just like, man, there were people leaving the theaters puking and getting sick and all that. This was like one of the first movies that did that, where there was reports of like Alfred Hitchcock literally sitting in the lobby, like not even sitting in the theater watching the movie. He'd sit in the lobby just to see people leave the movie in the middle of the screening. or people getting sick and all that stuff. And he loved it. It was like he knew it was a success just based off that weird shit like
he's
that.
Not wrong.
No. But yeah, it's Psycho is just it's funny because when you watch it nowadays, it's like I guess back in 1960 this would be like, oh man. I mean, there's a lot of things that just weren't happening back then that Hitchcock infused into this movie. We'll talk about it when we get to those certain scenes. But yeah, this was super influential for a lot of filmmakers going forward. It's like, oh, you're telling me that I could just kill off my lead halfway through the movie? Yeah. Like I don't have to keep him around. Like it doesn't even have to be like a female lead. It could just be any lead. I could just like fuck with the audience. That's the kind of movie I'd like to make. And Psycho did it. And Psycho did a great job with it. It was filmed on the Universal Studios lot. It was part of the tram tour for a long time. And then I think the original house was taken down. And then I don't think it's the original house anymore, but it is back on the Universal lot tram ride. You guys are from that area, so you guys
they have the motel there
on that. Yeah. But I don't think that's the original one.
No, I always heard that the house and the motel were rebuilt when they did 2.
2, right.
And then they built a whole second house and motel when they did the 4th one for Florida, which I don't know if that's still there or not. So there might be 2 sets on either coast.
I don't think any Psycho related things, other than I think when they did the 100 anniversary of Universal like celebration, they celebrated like big films that were part of Universal, and I think Norman Bates was like walking around like the parks. Like he would just kind of be randomly walking around with a knife in his hand, dressed as mother.
Family entertainment.
I didn't get to run into him. Yeah. He also shows up on the tram ride in California. Yeah. Like he'll actually like run out of the motel and like run at the tram, which I thought was pretty funny. Okay. Even though in this movie Norman Bates never does anything as Norman Bates. Like he never does anything psychotic as Norman Bates. He's always mother when he's doing it. So. But yeah, I think we should hop into the plot of Psycho. What do you guys think? We ready? We ready for this thing? All right, let's do it. All right, it's time to dissect that
film.
Boom.
Where's Echo?
Under the bus.
I'm just kidding.
The movie opens to just the absolute banger of a score by Bernard Herrmann as we're getting, because it's a movie from 1960, so the credits are right at the beginning. You don't get like a scene before you don't get a prologue.
No cold opening.
Yeah, no cold opening into the credits. No, it's just straight up credits with the banging score, and then we go into our first scene, which breaks it down bit by bit. Guess what, guys? We're in Phoenix, Arizona on Friday, December the 11th at 2:43 p.m. And we go into a room and something hot just happened. Like, woman in bra in 1960? Excuse me?
Yeah, sultry.
Show some decency, lady.
Her slip is showing.
I am not prepared for the scandalous wear you are wearing.
It's offended.
Yeah. So this was a first. Like, having a woman just literally just be in her bra was like a first, which is absolutely insane. And of course, Janet Leigh looking fine. And the funny thing is we learn that she is having an affair. It's not even an affair because the guy's not married.
It's not at all.
He's divorced.
Yeah.
But they're hooking up in a sleazy motel or hotel. And yeah, they're having this, oh, we can't do this anymore. Oh, and he's like, I don't have any money. I have to pay alimony and I owe all this debt. So we can't be together. And it's like, what are we talking about? Because we're talking, like, literally he talks about him being divorced. And she's like, I've never been married before. And I'm like, well, why are we here? Why aren't you in a nice hotel? Why aren't you at your house?
Yeah.
I just assumed that she was married too. I was like, oh, so scandalous. And she's like, no, I'm not married. I was like, what
I
the fuck
always
is
thought-
happening?
I always thought they were both having affairs. Like this was like they were sneaking off and having affairs, but it has nothing to do with that. But here we are.
They also the other hard part is that there's also a distance, literally a long distance relationship between the two of them because they're in different states. So it's also not the easiest thing, but it's also, I guess, just the time. It's 1960. You can't just go to a hotel and fuck. Like, you know,
No,
that's why they're
normal.
at the Sleazebag Motel. They're not at a nice hotel. They don't want people to judge them. Not married.
Pretty high up in that hotel, though.
It's really awful when strangers judge you.
Yeah.
Internet.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, ultimate judgment today for me, because you know, regulars know that I'm not a religious man, but I was getting tags for a vehicle, and you're like, "Hey, what tag do you want? Do you want the one with nothing on it, or the one with "In God We Trust" on it?" I'm like, "I just want the regular one." And two people next to me, I want the one with "In God You Trust" on it. I was like, I feel like I'm being targeted today. I really don't care.
I would like the Jesus fish, please. We don't have that option anymore. Damn it.
No.
I've always loved the Jesus fish.
My favorite one is this is not a political thing. This is just an irony thing. Is we get the tags that have the "Don't Tread on Me" snake, right? The whole lineage for that thing, like that snake on a license plate. And I'm like, why is the government selling those? Like, why is the state selling that? Like, I know it's more directed to the government, but the state's still an officiating body. Isn't that kind of like against that kind of thing? But,
they're like, we don't like this, but you can buy it because we are still getting your money for it.
We like this, but we don't like the people giving us to it. We're still going to buy it because we like this. Huzzah, snake.
So we're back at what you find out is a real estate office, and Alfred Hitchcock's waiting for a bus outside. It's a little cameo.
Bitch.
He cameos in all of his movies. It's just a little blink and you miss it. Things.
Yeah.
And then we find out that his daughter.
That if I made movies. So.
Oh, absolutely. I would put myself in the most ridiculous situations.
You're
like, what's that?
Yeah, you have to.
What's that guy doing?
When I had this grand scheme for a zombie movie in my late teens, and I was the dead guy in the greenhouse.
Okay.
You Hitchcocked.
Yeah, but you'd never see my face, but I was the dead body in the greenhouse.
You were like Jigsaw at the end of.
No, I was just dead.
We didn't know it was him the whole time.
Yeah, I wouldn't get up and say like "game over" or "your tomatoes are dead" or whatever. You know, there was nothing like that.
Oh, he did.
So we had also his daughter is the one that Marion works with. Forgot to introduce these characters. The two people we met before was Sam Loomis and Marion Crane. Marion works at this real estate office with Caroline. And the head realtor comes in with a guy, this big Tex guy. He's looking to buy a house for his daughter because he's a good daddy. And he carries 40 grand around just for the hell of it. It's my personal money. I like that the realtor's just like, bro, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't really want that just flying around here. He's like, I got money.
My God, sir, put that away. Like,
do you see this big hat? Yeah, that means I have money.
Yeah,
and I talk like this. You have to talk like this when you have a big cowboy hat and 40 grand. What's 40? Can somebody look up what 40 grand would be today? What is it?
$445,000.
Holy shit. This man was carrying around almost $500,000?
Yep.
God.
He could have
just slapping people with it.
He literally was. I mean, he was straight up. Oh, yeah. He was straight up flirting with Marion. And he's flaunting it. And literally the realtor's like, take it to the safety deposit box at the bank. Just like, I can't have it here. Like, this is bad news. And I love that Caroline walks up and she's like, he was flirting with you. He must have seen the ring on my finger and just didn't pay no mind to me.
Oh, Caroline loves herself in this movie.
Oh,
she absolutely
she does.
adores herself. Loves it. Just, not flirting with me, everyone's taking tranquilizers. She's out of control. One of the greatest lines ever.
Dude, all your head hurting. Well, I got some tranquilizers. Like, where the fuck did you get those?
Hey, Marion, don't forget your pills, Marion. She's like, I don't want your fucking pills, you psycho. Oh, I said the name of the movie in the podcast. Wow.
Oh, it's all over. Title drop.
Yep.
Oh, he also cheats on his taxes. That was a fun one. He doesn't declare his taxes.
Yeah. Rich people don't pay taxes. What are you talking about?
No, never.
That's a wild thing. But she's not feeling well. She's got a headache, so she's gonna head home. She tells her boss she's going to bring the money to the bank, and then she's just gonna go home. But she goes home, and now it's a similar shot to before, but she's wearing a black bra. So it's kind of like one of those things where when we see her first, she's like, she's good. She's good. She's a good person. She's got a light bra on and clothes on. Now she's wearing the dark stuff. So now she's going to do something bad. Yeah.
She's on the right-hand side of our screen right now. She was on the left-hand side earlier.
Yeah. She's
with the dank.
But she decides that she's going to take the money for herself. And she's going to go have a life with Sam, pay off all of his debts, and nothing bad is going to happen, right, guys?
Right?
No. This is going to be great. It's going to be great.
Never discusses it with him. Just like, fuck it. I'm just going to show up with $40,000.
Yeah.
Never tells him. Doesn't call him immediately. Hey, I'm just letting you know I stole $40,000. We're going to have a life. Because if I was him, I'd be like, who's this again? No. Do I know you? You are not implicating me in this crime. You did not give me a heads up before making this decision.
Listen, I've got alimony to pay, but I don't want no part of this shit.
It's not that much. Golly. I'll get another job. But the worst thing is Marion is making her getaway, and she stops at a red light, and who were to pass in front of her car but her boss. And I love that the guy just looks at her, and he's like, and then he's just like,
oh,
I think I know that person.
The music kicks in.
Oh, so good. You
And
know
it
shit's
starts
about
to
to go
swell.
down. Yep.
What are
And
the
Janet
odds
Leigh.
in a city this large, dude? Just run across your boss.
But that's the kind of shit that would happen to a person, though.
It is.
True,
It was.
Like, if you're a good person, you do something stupid like that, you know you're going to get caught immediately.
Yeah.
It's either that or she was just stupid enough to drive by her work. And he was just going to get a sandwich at the place across the street, and he was just crossing over. It's like, my job's right there. Maybe you should have went across town. Maybe you should have went the long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
But we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She just got unlucky in that moment.
She was following the
man.
GPS, and it told her to go that way.
Yeah.
But Janet Leigh doesn't have a lot of dialogue in this movie up until like later scenes. But her facial expressions every time she like this scene of her seeing her boss, and like the whole time she's driving and dealing like and coming in contact with different people, it's like it's so compelling, and like you're kind of feeling nervous for her, even though you're also thinking you're kind of dumb. Like, did you even plan this? This was spontaneous, and you have no way of getting out of this. But she passes out on the side of the road. A cop pulls over to check on her, and she gives him a story. And the cop, of course, is like, he's pushing pretty hard about like what she's doing there. And she's like, I was feeling sleepy, so I pulled over and went to sleep. Like, I didn't want to cause an accident. So, and he's just like, yeah, all right, I need your license. And well, the first thing is when she wakes up and sees the cop, she just tries to drive away. She puts that thing in gear.
Yeah.
You're not helping yourself.
You didn't start off hot. Let's try this again. Let's back it up. Let's put it in park. Let's think about this real quick. And so she, gives the cop the information. And I just love that he checks the license plate. It matches. Pretty much gives her a license, just like fucks off. He's just gone. And she's just like, bye.
And she's like super pushy about it. It's like, am I breaking laws? Like, no. And he's like, well, then I'm good to go, right? And I'm like, well, chill the fuck out, lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she screws herself in this entire situation.
She
really
does.
could have gotten away easily, but she's so nervous. That's why she's so innocent. It's because she, she's a goody two shoes. This isn't her.
Yeah.
This isn't her forte.
No, she's like, did I do anything wrong? And he's like,
oh yeah, she gets
well, the
real
way you're
defensive.
acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does not help herself. I mean, clearly this is somebody who's never done this before. She's just like paranoia is filling her brain, and she is just everything is out to get her. And by doing this, everyone is suspicious of her. So the cop. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just an observation. The cop, when you see it like zoomed in on his face stuff, because we always have the movie going here on the side. This dude could be like the 80s, 90s Clancy Brown. Just looking at his face, like this guy looks like structurally just resembles Clancy Brown a lot.
I'll have to
Arik,
see.
That's the guard from Shawshank, the one that hits everybody.
Oh,
yes.
He's the voice of Mr. Krabs in
Mr.
SpongeBob.
Krabs.
That's the same person.
That's the same person. Yep.
Today I learned.
Yep.
Clancy Brown's the shit, dude. He's so fucking good.
He's in everything.
Yeah.
You should look up to see who played the cop in the 1998 shot-for-shot remake that was directed by Gus Van Sant. Because maybe it was Clancy Brown.
It's James Remar, I think.
Was it really?
I think so.
I've only seen that movie once, and I went, "What? What was that?"
I'm not looking it up. I believe you.
Spoiler: you see Anne Heche's butthole. There's a butthole shot in that movie. Straight up.
That's more than Cats.
Because she plays Marion Crane.
It makes sense because her license plate is ANL. It starts with that.
The only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Pick that
You
up.
noticed it.
I didn't even pick it up.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. But she pulls away from the cop, and the cop follows her for a certain time, and then the cop pulls off. So she's, of course, being still very paranoid about everything. So immediately goes to a used car dealership. She's going to get rid of her car. And who were to pass by this used car dealership as soon as she pulls in? That cop. And he goes, what the fuck? He just parks on the other side of the road. Yep. Parks on the other side. I love that he gets out of the car. He doesn't just sit in his car. He gets out of the car. He leans up against him with his arm crossed like, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not.
That's such a boss move right there. Like, he's fucking got her.
Oh, my God.
I love this. I love the shot of this dealership because Ford sponsored this whole movie. They had to have. Because everything's a fucking Ford in here. Everything. They even have an Edsel. Which was when they were, the 59 Edsel, 58 and Edsel. There's an Edsel wagon.
In the lot?
Yeah, all there's Mercury's, Fords, everything.
Oh, wow.
No, it's fucking great, dude. I would love to. This is a lot that I'd like to go to. The cop drives a 59 Ford.
No. Do you remember the name of the car dealer? Is his name Tom Cassidy?
The Sundance Kid? No, it's Butch Cassidy. Fuck. No, I don't know. I don't remember his name. It'll come up here soon though, surely. Yeah. Is that him?
Yeah, Tom Cassidy.
It's Tom Cassidy. I saw him and I was like, man, this guy looks super familiar.
That's the old man. Sorry.
Oh.
No, something different. Hang on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
California Charlie.
Yeah, California Charlie.
California Charlie.
California Charlie.
Yeah,
I need to look up
John Anderson.
Is that the actor's
name is John Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that name sounds familiar. I need to look up what he's been in.
He's probably been in some shitty movie we've covered on Monster Zone. Surely.
Can I just say that there is somebody in this movie named Prudence Beers?
No.
It's right there. An
Prudence
extra.
What?
Beers win.
Prudence
right next to
Beer.
Walter Bacon.
Yeah, and Walter Bacon.
Nice.
These are good old school names.
I love it. It's great.
Sorry, I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this guy's IMDb real quick because I swear we have talked about this guy before.
Oh,
he's been on a lot of those like 80s TV shows.
His character has one of my favorite, somewhat misogynistic lines I've ever heard, which is like, "You could do anything you ever mind to. Being a woman, you will."
Yep.
I missed that.
That line's awesome.
Fair. You're out of line, sir, but I'll allow it.
Oh, wow.
He also I'm trying to remember the comment he makes to the cop after she leaves. He's like, "I've never been played so fast by a woman in my life."
This is the first time the buyer has ever took the salesman. Are you talking about that line?
Yeah.
And it was a woman, no less.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no. But yeah, he's trying to like sell her a car, and she's just like, just give me a fucking car. Just like, what do I get for my car? Just give me a car. Like, why do we
$700?
But this is what like the funny thing is, like, car dealers, they want to like sell you on a car, but like she's just like, give me a freaking car. Like, I am going to take a car. So she has to pay $700 plus the trade in on her car to get a new car. And I love that she even tries to leave without her suitcase and like pretty much her luggage that she had with her. And of course, she uses $700 out of the $40,000. So, oh no. But she's just not doing a great job of not being suspicious, because she sees the cop pull into the dealership and just blasts out of there. And the cop's just like,
without her luggage.
Yeah, this is very suspicious, guys.
The whole time she keeps looking over at him. And,
I know. I'm like, lady,
holding herself close to her, like,
Yeah, be cool.
you're being so suspicious.
But the crazy thing is this is where the cop ends. Like, he doesn't like continue to follow her. He's just like, yeah, this is it. Okay,
She's okay.
sure, all right. But now she's like driving down the road, and there's like voiceover going on where it's like conversations between her boss and Caroline, and then talking about like calling her sister, and then it's the whole thing of like them finding out that Marion stole the money, and so the rich cowboy guy is talking about how he's gonna find his money if it's the last thing he does, and it's this whole thing. It's like it's one of those questions of like, is this really happening? Is this just all going through her head, or is this like all of the stuff that's happening behind her that is like it is behind her? It's literally gonna creep up on her at some point.
I always took it that it was what she's thinking is going to happen. Like she ends up psyching herself out. This is one of the reasons why I think she's so nervous, especially with the cop, is that she has the idea that everybody thinks that she's a criminal now, or that she's done something horrible. So she's making herself super obvious because she psyched herself out every fucking second that she's not interacting with another person. She's her own worst enemy.
I didn't do anything. I didn't steal anything. Ma'am, I'm just asking if you want some coffee.
Yeah.
You're at a diner right now.
Exactly
like, I didn't do it. It's like, ma'am, I'm just bringing you your tuna melt. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Stop
chill
screaming
out,
at me.
lady.
Golly, clearly this woman did something. Somebody called the cops.
It's like, give me the tuna melt. Here's $700. Leave me alone.
Just throwing shit at.
Yeah, and then the old guy that's missing the money said if any of it's missing, he's going to replace it with her fine, soft flesh.
I was like,
that doesn't.
Jeez.
Ugh.
He either carves people up, or he just wants some sweet ass.
It's
This
probably
guy's done
option
some shit
2.
in his day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, as much money as he's got, clearly.
You seen that hat? You heard that accent? He don't
yeah.
fuck around.
He didn't.
Oh, why'd I have to start with why'd I have to start a fight with someone who says yuns?
Yeah.
Listen, when we first moved here, we didn't know what that meant.
Yuns?
Yes.
Mm.
Now we use y'all, but yins is. I was like, what?
That's
the
street
hell?
talk.
Well, yins is like a Pittsburgh thing. Yins. They call
We do
Pittsburgh,
like Ewans.
like people from Pittsburgh, yinsers.
Oh,
this
this is
this
Ewans.
UNS.
Ewans. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yins. That's how they pronounce it. You know, those hill folk and whatnot. I'm not talking shit about them. They're right outside. They're up there.
They're literally up against your window. What do you say?
Yeah.
Now you always know when the people that live up on the mountain come down to buy groceries. They come down once a month.
Yep.
They have to ask what's going on. What else happened?
Nothing important. Go back up the mountain.
Missed
You're
the
in a good
floods.
spot.
Those happened.
Yeah, you're in a good spot. You should stay there.
Yeah. It's kind of where we're at. We're on the side of a good sized hill. So it kind of, we're good. That's what I'm saying. We're good.
We got a new lake.
Even if the
everybody.
dam broke.
Yeah.
So she's driving. It's raining pretty heavily to the point where they're showing what she sees. I'm like, nah, I ain't driving in that. Pull over. Like, I can't see shit.
Or slow the fuck down, lady.
Yeah.
Come on, man. God. Drive to the conditions of the road. Do you not know this shit?
As
I'm trying my best not to insert a sexist women driver comment.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I'm just trying my best not to. Don't look at me. It's just a joke. It's just a
I'm a
joke.
lady.
You are. You're a very beautiful lady.
Stop it. I'm just gonna. Next time I'm bringing tape.
But I
Keep
love
my mouth
you.
shut. I just.
Carry on.
As she's driving, it becomes clear that there is a motel, Bates Motel, and nothing bad could happen here, right?
No.
A nice joint.
Yeah. And as soon as she pulls in, there's nobody in the office, and she looks up at the house, and there's a woman in the window. Who's that woman in the window? I don't know, but I'm not gonna go check it out. But instead of going up there to see who it is, she just honks her horn, and a man comes out. And we find out that man is Norman Bates. And he tells her, yeah, well, I don't usually get business because this used to be the main highway, but then they made another highway, and so no one ever comes down here anymore. And so she goes in there, she signs the book as Marie Samuels. And then she kind of has, Norman's trying to be, a friendly person, but he's very awkward because clearly he doesn't talk to many people. He's trying to sell her on the room and, trying to have dinner with him because she's like, I'm hungry. Like, where can I get some food? And he talks about there's a diner like 10 miles down the road. And she's like, well, I'm not going to go there. So he's like, oh, well, I'll just bring sandwiches and milk. I was like, that's a interesting combination. But sure, all right, I'd have it. So he puts her in cabin 1, which is close to the office, so that, if she needs anything, he'll be there. And he goes back up to the house to get the sandwiches and milk. When he's gone, she goes to her room, and she's, of course, frantically, like, putting things away, and she's like, where am I going to hide the money? So she hides the money in the newspaper that she picked up back at the car dealership. It's a great place, and then puts it next to her bed. But then as she's doing all this, she overhears Norman arguing with a woman. Sounds like an older woman, so it's clearly his mother. And she's like, you're not going to have that woman up here eating your sandwiches? No. Like, no, that's not happening. And it's just like, he tells her to shut up. I really wish that we got some better reactions from Janet Leigh, because clearly she's not hearing this, so she can't react to anything. Because the actress who did the voice for Mother there was actually 3 different people who did the voice of Mother. It was Virginia Gregg, Paul Jasmine, and Jeanette Nolan. They all went uncredited as the voice of Mother. And of course, like I think on this movie they didn't do it on set. Like whenever Mother was speaking, it was put in post. It was not. I guess in Psycho 2 or Psycho 3, they actually got one of the original Mother voice actors, to come back, and she actually would sit off camera and do the Mother voice on set so that people could react to the voice. So I'm thinking during this scene, when Janet Leigh is hearing this argument between Norman and his mother, she doesn't hear anything. So she can't react to Norman just like, shut up! You're like, whoa! God damn.
Hitchcock's just yelling, eyes widen, mouth slightly ajar.
No, she kind of stands at the window and goes, all right, I'm going to walk away from the window.
Yeah.
There's okay, so this is actually a good little bit from the book to point out.
Okay.
So we've seen Norman at this point. It's a good-looking dude, young dude.
Yep.
Nice, wants to help a woman out. In the book, he is overweight, described as not very attractive, also not very really likable. Doesn't really have like a lot of personality. And the other big thing is all his mother interactions are the 2 of them in the room together, talking to one another. So this is already a bit of and I don't want to spoil too much of the plot, but it makes sense in how to do a movie like this.
Okay. That's actually interesting. What Why do you think they would have changed Norman so much? Do you think it's just for the appeal of the audience?
I think it's the appeal of the audience. I was thinking about who would have played him if they had done the book like now, and I think, although he's no longer living, but I think it would have been like Philip Seymour Hoffman doing his character from Happiness, if you've seen that movie. It's very insanely socially awkward, very deviant in what he thinks about, that kind of thing.
Oh. I would love to see that. That would be I would love to see like a book to movie adaptation of Psycho, but no one's ever going to touch that. They're just going to keep making
but...
Yeah. Oh yeah. People don't want to touch it. Like they're like we can do shows about Norman Bates growing up, but we're not remaking Psycho. Did you see the one from 1998? We're not doing that again.
Yeah.
Is that the Vince Vaughn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vince Vaughn is Norman Bates. That was the year after The Lost World.
Oof. Should have said Van Owen.
Yikes.
So
rough couple of years.
Yeah. So Norman and Marion chat after he comes down and brings her the sandwiches and milk, and she actually eats it. He talks about his love for taxidermy, but he only does birds. He only stuffs birds, and he doesn't know anything about them. Like he's just like, I just like to stuff them. I don't do any predators or anything like that. It's just birds. Because you get like a shot of an owl, you get the crow that's on the wall, and they have this like really deep conversation about like what she's doing and like why he deals with his mother the way that he does. And it gets pretty intense at one point where he like you could see his emotions starting to like he's very happy and trying to be friendly, and then as she's like asking pretty personal questions, he's starting to get annoyed and frustrated to the point where he's like slightly attacking her with it's like, why are you running away? Why are you doing this? Because she tells him, she's like, why don't you put your mother, what I'm trying to think of the exact word he
someplace.
Uses. Oh yeah, why don't you put your mother someplace? Yeah. And he's like, oh, what's someplace? Like one of those, crazy houses?
An institution?
Institution. It's like, that's what they always mean when they say put him somewhere. And that's when he starts to get really upset. He's just like, I would love to just move away, but I can't. Who's going to take care of mother? He's like, I don't hate her. I just, don't really like how she treats me to a degree, It's just a really tragic situation for him because you could see like before, like if you're watching this for the first time, you don't know how this all ends. He's a tragic character. Like he's somebody who has just kind of been held down by his mother his whole life. And when you watch Bates Motel, it's, I think, a perfect rendition of like what Norman went throughout his life. And the show ultimately ends with right before the events that take place with this, I believe. I don't think they do the Psycho.
They kind of do with Rihanna. When she shows up.
She does play Marion Crane. I forgot about that. So I think the last season was the retelling of Psycho.
Yeah.
So the season before that was like the events that you're told that happened to his mother and her lover. Yeah. But that's a great, if seriously, if you haven't watched Bates Motel, I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed it. Freddie Highmore. He's
yes.
So good as Norman Bates, and the Vera Farmiga is excellent as Norman Bates. She is unhinged. So he gets annoyed. But then he kind of backs off, and he goes, she's like, don't you, have any friends you hang out with? He's like, a boy's best friend is his mother, which is an iconic line. And then,
oh great,
yeah, he just starts getting irritated to the point where it kind of the conversation has to end and they kind of have to split up. And she tells him her real name, even though she wrote a false name in the book, and he figures that out, that she was lying the whole time. Whoopsies.
And
So
her
that's-
town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Like, you dumb.
She gave it up. I love that scene so much because it does so many things narratively where you find out about Norman, you find out about his situation. Marion is now going to turn back and go back to being good again.
Yep.
With her basically hearing Norman's story and like, man, this world is too fucked up. I had it good. I'm going back home. You find out about Norman, but also at the same time, this scene is basically the passing of the baton between these two characters for who's now going to take over.
Right.
And I love that scene so much. It's such a great in a narrative film. It's, I think, one of the best.
Like the conversation goes on for like 5 minutes between Marion and Norman, and they're just talking. It's just the camera is literally just going from one person, back and forth. And I love kind of the body language too that you get from both, from Marion, who's kind of casually eating, but also intently listening, but also kind of concerned at the same time. And then you're going to Norman, who is constantly kind of like fiddling with his hands, and he's very uncomfortable, but he's trying to play it off like he's fine, but he's kind of like he's rocking, he's playing with his hands. But then as the conversation starts to get more intense, where he's starting to get frustrated, he kind of stiffens up and straightens up and kind of is more direct with her. And it just shows how great of the performances from both of these actors. Yeah. And I think both of them were actually nominated for Oscars.
They should be. Definitely should be.
Oh no, it was nominated for 4 Oscars, but it was just Janet Leigh who was up for Best Supporting Actor. So we find out that there is a peephole from the parlor room that we were just in to Marion's room. So it's cabin 1. And so he starts to see her undress, and then he kind of decides maybe not. And he puts the picture back that's hiding the hole, and then he ventures back up to his house. Well, it's time to take a shower, and we get one of the most iconic scenes probably in cinema history. And that is Janet Leigh taking a shower, and behind the curtain, you see somebody walk into the bathroom, whip open the shower curtain. You get the iconic score, eat, as he's stabbing. The camera work there is not one piece of nudity in this movie. And this woman is pretty much full on nude. And I think there was actually a body double for a lot of this, especially the scene where Norman has to carry the dead body. But yeah, just the fact that they were able to like get all of these camera angles and not get one slip up.
Yeah,
it's
especially from up top.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
And this scene feels like, and like seeing this scene for the 1,000th time, like when you watch the movie full on, this scene feels so long. Like it feels like he's going at her for like a straight minute. And of course it's a very dramatic like death scene where she clearly is still breathing, sliding down the back of the shower. And then she just flops over the side of the tub. And you get the iconic trail of blood that goes down the drain, and it zooms in on the drain. Not fake blood, people. Chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was black and white, so that's what you could use.
Yeah.
You didn't need to have fake blood.
That entire scene was 45 seconds, and they filmed it over 7 days.
Oh yeah,
I believe
it's a wild.
It's a lot of
process.
setups in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that, the thing that I always, it's one of those things where like even now I'm just like, there's got to be something. They had to have slipped up somewhere, and nothing. You see nothing.
No, it's perfect. They did 70 edits to it, to that 45-second scene. It's insane.
Damn.
Yeah.
So our main character, or so we thought, is now dead. Oh, also, this is the first time a flushing toilet was shown in a film, because she actually throws a piece. She's writing down how much money she has left, and I'm like, you had to write that down? You had 40 grand. You used 700. You could do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Especially working with cash like that at her job.
Oh, and she gets stabbed by a lady.
She does. She does. Yes, I forgot to mention that. I just said someone. Yeah, it was a woman.
You said he.
Did
He
I?
you said he stabs her. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, sorry to spoil it, people.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. No.
Also, Angela pointed this out, and she's 100% right. Why the fuck would you jump in that shower and just turn that water? And it's gonna be cold as shit.
I know. You don't
It's gonna
ever
be
start a
fucking
shower
frigid.
unless
Marion
you really
does not make good choices. It's evident by this entire film.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless you just need that jolt. Yeah.
Yeah. Another big difference in the book is that Marion is not stabbed to death. She is decapitated in the shower.
Golly.
Really?
Yeah. And it literally, the chapter ends with the line, the knife comes through the curtain, and it's the same knife that cut off her scream and her head.
Wow.
Next chapter. Moving on.
Okay.
All right.
Can't do that in 1960.
No.
No. They
It
tried.
would also probably look terrible if they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be some
Chocolate
like
head, chocolate's blood.
yeah, it would be like a paper
Just
mache
a
head.
full chocolate head.
Just chocolate.
The whole fucking thing.
Oh, you mean chocolate cake.
Just melting.
It's like melting. Milk.
But yeah, we get the flushing toilet because she throws those pieces of paper in there, and that was never seen before on film. But then we get I always laugh at this part because it's just so, it just feels like somebody was reading this off of a card where it's just like, oh, mother, blood. What did you do? It's not great. But Norman comes down. He runs down. He bursts into her room and discovers the body. And of course, he goes outside. He's got
Oh yeah.
hand around the mouth, which is
Acting.
on the cover, one of the covers of the original movie. But he wraps her up in the shower curtain. He cleans the room. Comes out like we get a full on just him cleaning the room. Like, it's not just a quick, he discovers the body, wraps her up, kind of cuts to the next scene. No, we see him take the mop all the blood off of the tub in the shower, mop around the tub, wrap her up in the plastic. Like,
This would never be done today. This would never be done today.
No, because they could.
Well, the reason is because this whole shot could just be cut down.
Yeah.
No offense, I'm not trying to shit on this movie, but like this specific, there's a couple scenes where it's like this would have been cut down instead of him like flush. And I understand suspense. It's different. They were trying to convey different stuff at a different time, right? He's trying to hide it. It'd be better if there were people present in like around that would add more suspense to it instead of just being him by himself dealing with the situation. But this is fine. Not opposed to how it was done. But it's literally like him goes in the room, looks, steps outside for a minute to like kind of collect himself, goes back into the room and goes to the office, turns the lights off, goes back into the room and starts dressing the room down. So like, I think most people today wouldn't shoot this entire thing. It would be like cuts. Like it wouldn't just be just one long shot of just him cleaning rooms and so on and so forth. Or you know what I mean? It's not one whole continuous shot, but you know what I mean.
But I think the reason why it's like that in this movie, the way I would think it's like it is because Hitchcock wants you to really feel for Norman. This is going to be our protagonist. And this is a kid that's scared. He's going to protect his mother. He doesn't know what to do. So seeing it go step by step, while yes, it could definitely, today it would be cut down. But I think this is helping to build a morbid affection for this man.
Okay. I could buy that.
I think it's, I don't know. I think it fits perfectly with this because it's like of course, we know how secluded this motel is, and he is just so paranoid that somebody's going to find him. There's one moment where he goes outside, like after he backs her car up to the front of that cabin, and you don't see it, but you hear a car drive by, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah.
He's like holding the mop. He's like, oh shit. Like, even though clearly that guy is not even looking to the right or left.
No.
He's just like,
Well, he wasn't until he heard the clang of the bucket on the fucking wood.
ding, 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 ding. I'm not doing anything.
They can't see me if I don't move.
Yeah. So he throws her in the trunk of her car and throws all of her things in there, and then it also throws the money in there. So it's like we have this the whole setup of the beginning of the movie is her stealing this money and trying to get away, and then of course her whole thing of her whole revolution of just like, I know I'm gonna go back and try to fix everything. And then the money is just thrown in here, and then the next shot is him pushing her car, of course, with her and everything that belonged to her, into the swamp. And you get that like really intense moment though, where he's watching the car sink, and he's literally doing one of these, like as he's watching the car sink. And there's one moment where the car just stops, and he's like, "Fuck!" But then he goes back and is like, "Nah."
Yeah, it's like, gotcha.
Yeah. Some Hitchcock shit right there.
Oh, so good. So we meet Lila, who is Marion's sister. She goes. She's even worse in the second one. Oh, so she is meeting up with Sam because she thinks that Sam is a part of Marion's little scheme here. Has no idea about anything. He's like, I didn't know she was like, what happened? Like, and it takes her so long. She's like, Marion did something bad. He's like, can you just fucking tell me what she did? He's like, she stole money. She stole money. And then I love that as soon as she says that, though, Arbogast comes in. He's like, hey, where's your sister at?
Money?
Did somebody say money? money.
Yep.
He's just, his entrance is perfect. And we meet. He's a private investigator. And he shows up because he's being. Who's paying him? Is it Lila?
I'm assuming it's the Texas guy.
It's the Texas.
It's the Texas guy.
It's him.
But the funny thing is it seems like he ends up working for them. He ends up working for Lila and Sam because he's working alongside them as they're trying to find her. Because his whole thing is like, hey, I just want to find your sister. All they want is the money back. They don't want to press charges. They don't want her to get in trouble. They just want their money back. And it's like, okay, well, she's probably going to get fired from her job. That's the worst of it.
Yep.
So, yeah, Sam doesn't know. He also owns a hardware store. Like, that's where we're at right now. And I just love the kid at the counter who has to listen to that woman who's just, like, reading a thing about pesticides. Like, you know, it'll kill an ant. You know, I feel... Even insects should die with dignity like people. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about, lady? Just buy the thing. Go away.
She's like a pleasant Mrs. Bates.
Yeah. But to be honest, I've dealt with many of these type of people where they're just like, oh my God, you're going to read the whole like back of that bag of whatever you're going to buy. Can I go do something else while you finish?
Or they tell you their life story.
Yes.
Like, no.
You're like, I have other people I have to help. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a montage of Arbogast going to like all the different motels like along the way to try to see if he can locate where Marion is. The last one that he visits is the Bates Motel, and he meets Norman, and he 100% just straight up grills Norman right off the bat. And because he literally is asking him like about Marion, and he's like, no, I don't know who you're talking about. I haven't seen her. Looks at the picture real quick. He's like, he does the whole thing where he doesn't even look at the picture. He's like, can you at least look at the picture before you say you've never seen her? And he does one of those quick like, nah. But then he discovers the name in the book, and it's got the last name Samuels, and he's like, oh, this must be one of her many aliases. He's like, oh, right, that. Let me see that picture again. Oh yeah, that's just a terrible picture of her. I'm sorry. I'm like,
yeah, everybody is horrible at lying in this fucking movie.
It's hilarious how like him and Marion are so closely like bad at lying. It's so funny. Because it's just like one of those like, oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about somebody else. It's like, what? And he tells her, he's like, yeah, she stayed here, but she left early the next day, and yeah, that's kind of how it is. And Armageddon kind of feels like he's lying, but he also is like, hey, I saw a woman up there. Is that your mother? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, can I talk to her? He's like, no, because she's sick. And he's like, sick? All right, well, thanks anyways. All right, see you later. So he calls Lila up at a payphone. I know a lot of people out there are probably like, well, what's a payphone? Well, back in the day, people, we didn't have cell phones. And there was payphones. They were like phones encased in glass, just in case bad people wanted to try to get at you while you're making a phone call. I don't know. There's a whole movie that's based in a phone booth. It's actually not a bad movie. It's a Joel Schumacher movie called Phone Booth.
Yep.
It's wild. It's a wild concept.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland's the bad guy.
He is. He is.
Yeah. I have seen that movie.
It's got what was it? Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Yep, Colin Farrell's in it. Yeah.
You know, it's even worse than a payphone. Ask him how to use a rotary phone.
Oh my God. Dude, I've talked about it many times. My house in the basement, there was just a rotary phone just hanging up on the wall. It's not connected to any line or anything. And I used to love messing with, like, my grandma had one and all that. And I'd be like, all right, I'm going to give you guys a set of numbers, and I want you to try to dial this number. And I taught my kids how to use a rotary phone. Do they remember? Probably not. Because they will never probably use one. So,
is the phone still there?
Yeah, it's broken.
Yep.
But it's still
it's fine. Leave it. It's awesome.
The phone's still there. Like, it still work. Yeah.
I remember Grandpa's doing his. Call to the bar, get food.
Dude, I loved it. I used to. It's so much fun. But the only thing that sucks is if you fucked up, you had to fucking start all over again. Damn it.
The plastic things on the top the phone sits on.
Kids will never understand rotary phones or T9 texting. Oh, the worst. Do you remember T9 texting? T9 was like, so you know how all the numbers have letters? Like when you would text, you would have to,
is this when you would like hit?
Press 3 for C? Yeah.
Count.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
but it was you had to, but you got really good at it when you would do it for a while. So you would remember how many times you had to click each number.
Yep. Easiest way to text and drive at the same time.
Jeez.
Because you never had to look at the phone.
No.
So you got a text from me and it was like, you're like, what the fuck was he trying to tell me? It was an emergency, by the way. So he calls Lila and tells her what he's found out. And he's like, I think I'm going to go back to the motel because I think he knows more than he's letting on. And I want to talk to his mother because his mother definitely knows something. So he goes back and he just goes up to the house and just goes in the house. So
I know.
Doesn't knock on the door, just walks in to somebody's house. And he's like, Norman, Mrs. Bates. And he wanders up the stairs, and then we get the awesome shot, the overhead shot of someone walking out of the room and slicing him up, getting him right in the face. And we get that iconic shot of him just like falling backwards down the stairs, which is so great. And then he lands on the bottom of the stairs. And I forgot that mother wanders down the stairs and hops on top of him and just keeps on stabbing him. I thought he got sliced up. He falls down the stairs. He's dead. Nah, she keeps going. She keeps getting him. So, yeah. So
here's a hot take. I think this murder scene is better than the shower scene.
You know what? I'll agree. I actually like this scene a lot. I think it's the actual overhead shot of mother coming out of the room that really gets me. And of course I love the behind the scenes of how they do this shot where they literally just had the actor kind of just laying there, just waving his hands. And then they kind of like comped it into the stairs, just hilarious.
It's adorable.
But that ending though, that's what gets me. It's like that the whole setup to it and then him falling down the stairs is great. But the fact that she goes downstairs, literally straddles him and just, God black. A few more
Oh,
times.
yeah.
It's fantastic. Then it goes black.
Now that TV cut, there's no stabbing. You never see that knife come down. You
Yep.
see it rise up, it fades to black, and then you hear him scream, and then they just move on. So that was wild to see that finally uncut as a kid.
Yeah, because I think most of the time that I had seen this movie was on like, what would this play on? Like USA? What? I'm trying to think of the channels this would play on. Was this a TCM movie?
Surely.
Would have been.
It had to have been a TCM movie. So
And AMC when they actually played movies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's where I would have seen it a lot. Yeah, it would have been AMC. I watched so many movies on AMC growing up. So Sam goes looking for Arbogast. He literally is like, the next shot is it's Lila and Sam going like, he said he was going to call us. He said he was going to meet up with us and tell us what the hell's going on, what the hell's happening. And Sam's like, I'm going to go to the motel. See ya. Leaves. Goes to the motel. It's literally next shot. Him at the motel. He's literally just going, Arbogast! Arbogast! And you literally have Norman just sitting by the swamp, just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I had no one here. Now there's like everyone here. God. You should be excited to have business, but not this kind of business.
No.
Also, did he do the same thing with Arbogast's car?
We could assume.
Because he's standing by the swamp. But the thing is this the same swamp that he disposed of Marion?
Maybe he has two swamps.
That's what I got from it.
Okay. Because it seemed like he had to like drive. So the swamp is literally next to the motel. That's a smart move, Norman. Maybe you go find one, farther away from your place of business.
That would take too much time.
Yeah, that's a great shot of Norman just standing by the swamp with his arms crossed, and he just turns.
Menacingly.
Like, what the fuck? And, Sam leaves, though, before anything could happen. They go to the sheriff to kind of explain the situation. They pretty much say, like, hey, they were visiting Norman Bates at the Bates Motel. We haven't heard back from the private investigator, and we haven't heard from my sister in over a week or 2 weeks. And he's just like, all right, well, based on everything you said, and this is how he talks, it just seems like she ran away. She just didn't. She was running away from something. He just like, it's too fucking late. Can we talk about this tomorrow?
I don't know, man. Let the guy sleep. Fuck.
Hey, Norman, did you kill anybody tonight? No? All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. All right, see you later. Just like, he just doesn't care. Like, dude, I don't have time for this. I'm tired. So, but during this whole thing, he does explain that Norman's mother is dead, because they're like, Norman lives there with his mom. Like, we've seen her there. We saw her in the window. And they're like, well, that's weird because she's buried at Green Lawn Cemetery. It's like, what?
What?
Tim Allen just pops into the picture. And he explains the fact that Norman's mom, it was a murder suicide between Norman's mother and the man she was seeing. She poisoned him with strychnine, the worst way to go. And then she
I thought that was
killed him.
palladium in the chest. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that too obscure of a reference?
Yeah,
yes.
clearly.
Iron Man 2.
Oh,
Mr. Stark.
I just
Palladium in the
watched
chest.
that
Terrible
movie.
way to die. Fucking love that line.
Yeah, I
anyway, carry on.
literally just watched that. But yeah, he explains the fact that then she ended up killing herself, and she can't be there. So, but you get the really good line of, well, if you saw Mrs. Bates, then who's buried at Green Lawn Cemetery? Dun, dun, dun.
It almost seems like a commercial break is supposed to start when he says that.
Yeah. A lot of these movies from this time had those perfectly placed, like, 100% this is where you're putting a commercial when it goes on TV.
Oh, yeah. Don't do like Tubi and cut the sentence in half.
Good God.
God bless Tubi.
No, Tubi.
Tubi's so wonderful.
Tubi is way better than Pluto. Pluto loves to just, in the middle of like an action scene, just cut to a commercial and you're like, what? Dude, I'm so erect right now. What are you talking about? I need to finish this action scene. What do you mean I have to wait for this Pampers commercial to end? Damn it.
You're ruining my ending.
What is Rambo going to do next? Oh, I'm sorry. Whew.
I still love Tubi. Don't get me wrong.
Tubi's the
Tubi's
best. Tubi's the
fantastic.
fucking best. They have, like, why do I still pay for streaming services when they have everything?
Yes.
So we're back at the Bates house, and there's an argument going on between Norman and Mother where she's like, oh, you're going to throw me in the fruit basement? What do you think, I'm fruity or something? He's like, no, Mother, I just need to hide you down there. Like this, like it's just for a little bit. And as this is happening, you actually see him pick up his mother, and it's that overhead shot again. Anytime we're at the second floor of this house, it's always an overhead shot. He's carrying her down the stairs. Also, it's a great way to make it so you don't actually see the body. So he brings her down there. Sam and Lila show up to the motel at this point, and they act super suspicious around Norman. Like they're like, okay, we're going to go to the motel and we're going to pretend to be husband and wife. Okay. And then they get there and they're just so weird. Like Sam is like, I need a room. And he's like, okay. He's like, do I need to sign a book or something? He's like, no, it's fine. It's just it's not a big deal. He's like, I think I should sign the book. This is a business trip and I want to make sure my business knows what I'm doing. And Norman's just like, okay.
Are you okay?
Here you
go. And I don't have any bags either.
Yeah. He's like, I'll go get them. He's like, I don't have any. What? It's like nobody is good at what they're trying to do here. Everyone's so dumb. You're so bad at this. Stop it. It's literally that freaking don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. It's like, no, everyone is terrible at this. So they think, like, they have this whole thing in their head. They're like, I think Norman stole the money. He's going to go, open up a motel on the other side of town because this one's not working out well for him. Literally, Norman is just like, nah, it's just my mom. She's just killing people. I'm just here.
My mom's stuffing birds.
Yeah. So he gives them room 10. And they, of course, like, Lila, like, tries to check in room 1 as Sam is finishing up. And then they go back and Norman goes back up to the house and they are able to go into room 1 and look around, but they don't find anything. There's literally nothing in the room to indicate anything happened. So they're like,
just that little square. The little
That's
square
right.
Paper
they found the paper
in the bathroom.
That's right. They did. They found the paper that didn't get thrown into the toilet that has like, oh, it looks like somebody was trying to do math on, deducting something. And it's like,
yeah.
Cool.
She's like, it has to be her. And they're like, like Sam's like, well, yeah, we know she stayed here. Like, it doesn't prove anything. That she was here. That's it.
Yeah. So they're like, well, the last thing we need to do is we need to talk to Mrs. Bates. So I'm going to distract Norman and you're going to sneak into the house. So he literally like pins Norman against the fucking like corner of this room to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what do you do around here? Like, and he's just like, what the hell is happening? To the point though that they get into a fight. Like they literally fight each other as Lila is like
small tussle.
Yeah. And Lila's like in the house, like exploring. She goes into Mother's room, and you get the really like, it always makes me laugh, that like massive imprint of a human being in the bed.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's like, what kind of memory foam is this?
Yep.
Why is it a perfect imprint?
Locked in.
Oh my God. But then she goes into Norman's room and like explores in there, and it's a normal kid's room. And nothing kind of comes from this other than the fact, I guess it's just a weird mother-son relationship between these two. So
his room. Brett, have you seen the remake?
Once, so very
Okay.
long ago.
They kind of do this in the remake, but when she's going through Norman's room, at the very end of that scene, she goes to a shelf and she pulls out one of the books that's there.
Yeah.
That has a leather binding, but there's no title on it. There's no cover, anything.
She does that in this one too, doesn't she? Doesn't she pull out a book with no?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. In this one, yes, she pulls out that book.
Oh, okay.
And she opens it, and you see her eyes widen. In the book, his room is like a child's room that you see there. But in the book, when she pulls out that book, she flips through it. It's a scrapbook of the most depraved BDSM porn that he has collected.
Nice. Good
And they kind of show it in the remake, but it's a really disturbing moment that really just shows this man is not well.
She's like, oh my God, where'd you get that ball gag? I love that color.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him about it.
It's
it's
a moment.
I figured that's what they're implying.
Yeah, because her eyes do widen briefly in the Hitchcock version when she's looking at it.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of one of those moments where it's just, it happens and you just kind of forget about it because you don't see anything. And I guess you don't have to see anything. Clearly she sees something disturbing, and that's the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Like it's more of maybe you just kind of put things together. Like that's not what I would have thought it being. I would have thought it being like pictures of like victims, because clearly this isn't the first time that this event happened. Like clearly there's been other victims in the past. So maybe it was like a collection of like, it was a scrapbook of those times. Of his trophies. But the thing is like Norman was always like Norman Bates. And as is explained at the end of the movie is the fact that like, it's never Norman. It was always his mother. So maybe it was the mother keeping the scrapbook, like the mother psyche that was keeping that scrapbook instead of it being Norman himself. And maybe the reason that the book didn't have any title or anything was so that maybe he couldn't find it himself.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's a lot. I think you can interpret it any way you want. I mean, of course, the book explains it. The remake kind of gives you a glimpse, but this doesn't tell you. So you can kind of interpret it any way you want. But the fact that just showing her kind of be like, is like clearly there's something messed up that she discovers in that room. And the fact that it's still like set up like a child's room. It's just creepy, especially knowing that this man is clearly probably like, I would say in his 20s. I mean, I think, let's see, this was 1960. So Anthony Perkins, I think, was 28 when this movie came out.
Yeah. Be about that age.
He was born in 32. So we also get like, I love when Lila's exploring the house and she's like in Mrs. Bates' room and she gets like, you get the mirror jump scare where she actually like scares herself with her own reflection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we're back with Sam. He's grilling Norman. You get the confrontation. He knocks Sam out with like, I think is it a snow globe? Okay, he grabs it's like that. It's like a tin or something. He like picks it up and just hits him in the back of the head.
Yes, I've got a trinket.
But Lila goes to the cellar and she discovers a dark, dark secret. She sees somebody sitting in a chair. She's like, "Oh, Mrs. Bates." She turns her around. It's a perfectly preserved corpse of a woman. And she screams. She hits the light. It's very iconic. And then, of course, you get the as Norman just comes in, and this is when you see Mother for the first time, like full on with Norman's face, and he's going after her, and then Sam tackles him, and you get that moment where it's Mother disappearing and Norman's coming back because he's like reacting and like breathing in pain, and like you see he's wearing the outfit with the wig, but then the wig falls off and he tears off the dress, and it's his actual clothes underneath. So it's like Norman is coming out of Mother. So it's like kind of like a birthing thing if you think about it in a way. That's how I see it.
Yes.
It's like Norman breaking out of his mother, even though in the very next scene they're like, "Oh no, Norman's gone. It's just his mother. You're like, oh, okay. So what was the point of that? Because it seemed like Norman was there now, but whatever. But I do like, if you listen, when Norman is getting attacked, when Mrs. Bates or Mother is getting attacked by Sam at the very end, you actually can hear, "I'm Norma Bates."
Yeah.
Like very, very faintly. So we're at the police station, and there's a room full of, you have Lila, Sam, I'm guessing lawyers. There's a psychiatrist that comes in. He goes into a full-on, like, this is one part of the movie, and this, of course, is the end of the movie, where it's like, this goes on forever. Like, this man's explanation of, like, everything going on with Norman, it to the point where you're like, I get it, pal. Like, he's got something psychologically going on where he is split between Norman and Norma. Like, he's two people. And right now, Norman's gone. Mother is the only thing left. And so every time he wanted to, like, every time Norman felt aroused, Mother would get jealous. And so Mother would take over. And that's why, she would kill and this, that, and the other. And it's like, it really, like, I never realized how long this was, how much detail this man goes into about just like the psyche of Norman Bates. And you're like, wow, I'm kind of done. Like, I think I got it. Thanks. Let's wrap this up.
They do say that one gentleman does get very excited when he gets to say transvestite.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes, very.
He threw that out there so fast.
I do like that the psychiatrist, like, shuts that down. He's like, no.
Nope.
He's like, no. He's like, and he breaks it, the way he breaks it down, it makes sense. But I like that he kind of it's like, wow, it's a little progressive even for 1960, where like somebody's like, it's just a transvestite. And it's like, whoa, no, that's not what this is. So the final thing is a shot of Norman as he is wrapped up in a blanket. And of course we get the inner dialogue from Mother about how she pretty much set Norman up.
Yep.
She's like, we can't believe that I would do these things. We had to make it out like he would do them. He's like, I got to make it so they won't even see me kill this fly. Like, I won't even kill this fly. Because Mrs. Norma Bates, she wouldn't even harm a fly. And then you get that awesome smirk from Norman.
It's so wonderful.
Yep.
I love that. It's beautiful.
As we fade out. And that is it. That is 1960. Oh, wait. Whoa. The final shot is them pulling Marion's car out of the swamp. And then it says the end.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
But is Mr. Arbogast's car like next to it? Like, are they going to show that? Like,
it has to be.
It's like Marion's car is the only one that's important.
It's fine.
Did any of you catch the guard that looks straight at the camera when we go see Norman at the very end?
Is that the one that
They're
holds
looking
the
down the
door?
hall?
The one at the door, yeah.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Does that look familiar to anyone? That gentleman?
I didn't really get a good look at him.
Any Caddyshack fans?
I
didn't watch Caddyshack.
Judge Smales?
It doesn't even look like him. Like, I didn't even.
Are you kidding me? It looks exactly like him.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to look.
It's Ted Knight.
Yep. It just popped up on my.
Fun little bit.
I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. You learn something new every
I know
day.
it's half the battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to look it up. Oh my God, it is.
Yep.
I need to see the picture from. I guess it does look like him, but I guess I just wasn't thinking of it.
He stares right into your soul at one point in the film.
He does. I have the picture up right now of him literally looking down the hallway.
Maybe in the corner.
What is it? What is his line from Caddyshack? Where it's like,
well, we're waiting.
Well, we're waiting.
I do that to Arik all the time.
Yeah. Tyler's famous for putting that in right at the right time. I love it.
But that's it. That is the plot of 1960s Psycho. Now it's time to go around the room and share our final thoughts and give our Dissect That Film ratings, which I will break it down for our fine guests here. We're going to start off with Tyler this time. Tyler, what are your final thoughts on Psycho?
Always love this movie. Still do. Still mouth some of the dialogue as it's playing. I can't get enough of it. I watch this movie annually for the most part, and will continue to do so.
All right. So we have a rating scale here at Dissect That Film where we have 3 ratings. We have the Dissect That Film seal of approval. Dissect That Film part. It's just a label. Don't worry about it. It either gets the seal of approval, or it's a movie, which is like it's good, it's enjoyable, but it's it's not the greatest, or it's trash, which I don't need to explain what that means. Where would you put Psycho?
It's the seal.
Damn right it is. Arik, what are your final thoughts on this movie and your rating?
Okay, this seeing it every single time reminds me of why it's so special and how much I absolutely love this movie. It absolutely gets the seal. It's in my opinion almost perfect. I can't poke holes in it. I can't see it and be like they should have done this differently. I just love this movie. I love it. It's a little bit of nostalgia, and it's a little bit of they just did everything right.
All right.
Amen.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Angela.
Yes.
What do you got for us?
I hate that I waited so long to watch this movie. It was very
Shame
good.
on you.
I wish I could be in your shoes and watch this movie for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like envious of that.
I'm jealous.
But there's still, this guy hasn't watched The Shining.
It's true.
Oh my.
And I'm like, excuse me? I've watched that one. I've watched several. I don't know. I can't say 100 times, but I've watched it a lot. But there's still movies that I am glad I'm a part of this podcast, because I am not forcing myself to watch, but I have more of an opportunity to watch it. So it makes watching this more special, I guess. But it definitely gets the seal of approval. Probably a couple of them.
Nice.
Hell yeah. All right, Dan.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep? Is that what you want? Keep your expectations low. No.
Don't you
Damn.
This movie's really good. Obviously, you see why people have loved it for so long. It's so highly regarded forever, for decades. It's a very good film. I don't need to say anything because everybody's pretty much covered it. I don't really have anything else to add to it outside of what they've said. But definite seal of approval. It's a very, very good film. So,
Yes.
Parker.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring this on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't buy this awesome Steelbook Blu-ray if I didn't love the shit out of this movie. This is iconic. It doesn't matter how old it is, it still holds up. The acting, the cinematography, just how everything plays out. The fact that it is just one of those movies where you're just like, it's held up to an expectation and it exceeds it. And it plays with like something that you had never seen before. Even like, I just feel like movies don't do that anymore. Like yes, it's a psycho trope, but like I want more movies where you are attached to a character, like very attached to a character, and then they just take him out with no care in the world. I just love it.
Yeah.
Because you feel for Marion, even though she's making really dumb decisions. You feel for Marion and you want her to kind of make everything right, and then it all just ends. And it's perfect. And the way that the movie kind of progresses after that, it shows just how great of a script this was, how great of performances, the directing, everything about this movie is pretty much perfect. So this 100% gets the Dissect That Film seal of approval. So it is a clean sweep.
Yes.
Seals of
There it
approvals
is.
everywhere. We need a stamper. Just bam, 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 bam. But now we go to our award of the show. We started a couple episodes ago where it is called the Miguel A. Nunez Jr. Award.
Oh, some damn enchiladas.
Where we celebrate one of the best supporting actors in cinema, and that is Miguel A. Nunez Jr. Yes, we love him. This award goes to the best supporting character of the movie we are talking about. So, Tyler, who is your nominee for the Miguel A. Nunez Jr. Award?
Martin Balsam for Detective Arbogast.
Okay. So we got one for Arbogast. All right, I got to go over to our Discord because we do have some suggestions. So we're gonna kind of alternate. So our first one is from Anna, our good friend Anna, the Scream Queen, who says, "Well, it's got to go to Marion Crane. This film has her as their poster child for the main character, and it completely changes the narrative 45 minutes into the movie, which was unheard of back then. Filmmakers are still chasing that twist, and only few have lived up to it. So yeah, I'd arguably say she's the best supporting character in Psycho. Or Janet Leigh, I should say. So 1 for Marion Crane. Oh boy. All right. Arik.
I will second Marion Crane, Janet Leigh. I will second that.
All right, we got another vote for Marion Crane. Back over to the Discord, we got one from Spicy Dan who says Mother, of course, gets my vote. She is the main drive behind Norman's actions. You know what? I'm not even going to argue the fact that she technically isn't real. It's all Norman's psyche, but you know what? It all stems from Mother. So she counts. So Mother gets a vote. All right. Dan, who do you got?
I'm going to have to pick, as much as I want to pick a really dumb answer for this, I do want to pick the chaotic neutral sage Arbogast the Callous. And yeah, that's my vote.
Okay.
I honestly thought he was going to turn into more of a villain role. Like, I thought he was going to be like a hitman. He was just going to start fucking trying to ice people and shit. But he did get hit with a knife in the face and more. But anyway, yeah.
All right. So we have a tie between Arbogast and Marion. So let's hope we got a couple more votes that'll break that tie. Our last one over on Discord is from Lucha Steve, who says Martin Balsam as private investigator Milton Arbogast. While he comes off more like a late 50s noir character, his scenes with Norman really show that Norman isn't some criminal mastermind. He is just a crazy murderer. Arbogast is like 2 minutes away from solving the murder, but unfortunately, he's in the wrong movie. Loved his performance in his scene with Norman. All right, so we have 3 for Arbogast, 2 for Marion, 1 for Mother. It is all... Oh, wait, we still got Angela. Angela!
Yeah.
Who do you got?
Bob from the hardware store.
Bob from the hardware store. I love it.
Because I know his feeling when he's standing there and he's just like, oh my God. I need to work today for this.
Fucking God, just buy the thing. Oh, I love it.
I love the line with him where he's like, Bob, go run out and get some lunch. I brought it with me. Well, go run out and eat it.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Just get out.
Twice.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I guess it's up to me. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm going to have to go with Arbogast. Because Arbogast he's the most like solid supporting character where he like as Lucha Steve said, like he is so close to solving this whole thing, and then just if he didn't just wander into somebody's house, he might have survived, and then everything would have ended a lot differently. Marion, the problem with Marion is she's just I can't agree she's a good supporting character. She's actually like she's just making a bunch of really bad decisions. Arbogast makes one bad decision. Don't go into people's houses.
Yeah.
You know, without knocking on the door. If no one answers, don't go in the house. But he still gets my vote.
And he's breaking and entering.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. I just love the way that he grills Norman when he goes to the motel. You know, how everything kind of that entrance is so perfect. Like he literally walks in as soon as they talk about stolen money. What?
Yeah.
I'm here. Oh man. Well, that's it though. The winner of the Miguel A. Nunez Jr. Award for Psycho goes to Private Investigator Arbogast. Round of applause. Congratulations, Mr. Arbogast. Unfortunately, you're going to have to accept this award posthumously as you are dead. You are dead. You and the actor who played you are dead because this movie is 66 years old. So, but congratulations anyways. You won an award. Woo. Right, now it's time to go to social media and to Discord and see about what you all thought of Psycho. We're going to start with our lovely chaps over on the Discord. Our first one is from Spicy Dan, who gave it the seal of approval. He said, I watched this movie for the first time a few years ago and love it. The movie really never feels slow or boring at all. Old Man Brad says, huge check mark, so huge seal of approval. This is an all-out classic, not that shot-for-shot remake. What trash. All right. Anna says, massive seal of approval from me. My mom first introduced me to Psycho when I wanted to get into movies in middle school. After Scream and Halloween, she had shown me numerous ones from her era. Silver Bullet, Eraserhead, The Fly. But when I was old enough to seek it out on my own, she suggested Alfred Hitchcock in Psycho. Hitchcock is my real introduction to horror in an official way, and it all started with Psycho. Lo Wang says, I'd love to say I have something to say about Psycho, but this is a movie that never really clicked for me. It's not bad, but to me, it's just a movie. And then Lucha Steve says, I'm working, so I'll keep it short. Psycho is very, very good.
Yes.
Now over to the Instagram, where we did, I think, get a single comment. So my post over there was the fact that we were going to break down one of the most influential horror movies ever made. Do people agree with that statement? I don't know. But Mouths of Madness said, yes and no. The most influential horror movie of all time? Iconic? All right. I guess that's how it's got to be. That's I don't know how to decipher that, but I appreciate the comment. Do you guys all agree that this is one of the most influential horror movies of all time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
All right.
I think there's a lot of nuggets from this that make appearances in other movies. A lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There is the YouTube title. You guys all helped me out with that.
Yes.
Woo! I am terrible with titles. All right. Well, that is it for our conversation on Psycho from 1960. Next week is another Dissecting Film Podcast episode because there are 5 Fridays in May. So that means you get back-to-back episodes of the Dissecting Film Podcast. But guess what? You're not going to know what it is because the poll, as of recording, the poll that is deciding what movie we talk about is still happening. So it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a movie. And I say that with such strain in my voice because the choices that our lovely members of the Mark Wahlberg Book Club over on Patreon chose some freaking doozies. Do you guys want to know at least the choices that could be what the options are?
Yes.
Please.
Okay, let me pop up Patreon real quick, and you guys will find out what the possibilities are for next week's episode. So we have Megalopolis from 2024. We have we have 1986's Howard the Duck.
Hell yeah.
We have 2003's The Cat in the Hat.
Oh God.
And the final one is Plughead Rewind, Circuitry Man 2. I've never heard of that movie.
What is that?
Why do we let these people pick this shit? Why do we give them this freedom? And then they abuse it with this bullshit that they choose for us.
Listen, it's only for a few months of the year, okay?
Oh, no, I know. It's fine.
What is it called?
Plughead Rewind, Circuitry Man 2. I love that somebody decided to give us a sequel. We didn't even do the first one.
Was that Mikey? That sounds like a Mikey movie.
I think that was our good friend, Captain Steve Coates. I'm going to call him out.
Listen, I'm glad they're having fun. That's the most important part. They get to have fun with it.
So yeah. So those are the options. One of those movies is what we're going to be talking about on next week's episode. So strap in because it's going to be.
I'm feeling a little sick. I don't know if I'll be able to record that.
Yeah.
Angela's going to take PTO.
Yeah.
Put it in now.
Yep, got to put it in. Got to put it in right now, or I'm not going to approve it. Denied.
Hey, listen. You don't get to approve or deny. It's prepare the others, and that's the warning.
Okay. I don't know who the others are, but I guess
Me,
I have
I
others. But yeah, that is all we got going on for our show. So now it's time to hand it over to our wonderful guests to share what they're doing, where we can find them, all the lovely things they're doing. So Tyler, Arik, the floor is yours.
Arik, hit it.
Always. Let it go, Tyler. So we are at Team T&A Podcast on Instagram. We took kind of unintentional break for a month. We got ahead by a few episodes, and then we kind of just did our thing, and we have some fun episodes coming up, including one Brett is going to be with us soon, talking about crazy B movies. So we have that coming up. We have a few really fun surprises coming up with guests that we've never had on before. We hope you check us out also, Team T&A Podcast.
And everything Team T&A will be down in the description of the video or in the show notes. So make sure to follow them on Instagram. I'm also gonna shout out your Draw Me a Robot Instagram page, because that's an awesome page. A lot of great artists posting some things that I can't even fathom that I could even possibly create, but it's amazing. So check out those two Instagram accounts. Also listen to their show. It's one of those shows that, of course I do a movie podcast, listen to a lot of movie podcasts. Team T&A is one of those palate cleansers where it's I need to take a break between the movie podcasts that I listen to, and they do talk about movies. So it's not like you're not going to get some movie talk, but it's just them talking about life, and it's fantastic. Our good friend Ashley Lana is on that show as well, a lot. So definitely check it out. I'm a huge fan. I've been on there talking about Psycho 2. I already told you, and I'm gonna be back because I'm going to make myself a co-host at some time. It's I'm gonna weasel my way in there.
Squeeze a chair right there.
Can I just say just real quick, just real quick, we love you guys, and without hesitation, as soon as you said, hey, we would love to have you, I didn't even hear that Psycho was going to be the movie, and I said Dan, Angela, Brett, there's no way, of course we're going to do it again. So anytime, we love you guys. It's always fun here. I always laugh way too much. People that are going to listen to our podcast are like, Arik talks so much, how come he doesn't talk here? And it's two things happened in this episode, and I need to apologize. My cats have never been more active during a recording ever. One of them was on my lap half the podcast, which never happens. One of them ran up a couch, up a wall behind me, and Angela saw it.
I saw it.
We have cats too, and we have a big orange cat.
Yeah,
He will get in his lap, but then we have a calico cat, and she'll just walk across and put her butt in the camera.
Yeah, at one point, one of them was going across the laptop. You guys saw it. I just grabbed him, and I was like, dude, get the hell off. I apologize. Yeah.
No.
I
love cats. So.
Yeah, you see, we're in good company here, but we love you guys, and your show is amazing, and the research and the way you guys dissect it and get into it. Dan, I don't think you try to be as funny as you are, but it just is. If I watched you just live life, I would probably laugh like hell. Just you eating cereal would probably make me laugh. But
I can make it funny.
Yeah. Angela,
go ahead.
Yeah, Angela, you're freaking amazing. You're like a sniper. You just say the right thing at the right time, and you pick your words so carefully. But as soon as you say something, I'm like, okay, there it is. That's a headline. And Brett, host extraordinaire, man. I want to be like you when I grow up. You guys, the three of you guys are amazing. I love it.
Oh, whenever I'm feeling down, who do I contact but Mr. Arik? Because he knows how to make my day. Thank you so much for the kind words, sir. And thank you, too, for being here, because I love you, too, and you guys are great. And Tyler always bringing the straight up just knowledge about pretty much any movie. I appreciate you for bringing some information to the episode. that I didn't know, because my research consists of flipping open Wikipedia or IMDb real quick while we're recording. So I appreciate you for all of that.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep doing the
You
Lord's
two
work.
You are too.
We try.
Trying.
We try. So thank you again. Make sure to follow these fine gentlemen. They deserve all the love. And I think the final thing we have to do is, for us, if you want to follow us, just go to our linktree/dissect that film, where we have all the links to our social media, like our Instagram, our threads, which is at Dissect That Film Pod, or our YouTube channel, which is YouTube/Dissect That Film, where we do the video form of the podcast, where you can see all of us doing whatever the heck we're doing, and I post pictures of the movie as the episode's playing, so you get to see some shots of the movie as we're talking about it. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. It's free. You don't even have to watch. Just support us by hitting that subscribe button. It makes me feel good. Or you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/dissectthatfilm, where for a single $1, you get so many cool things, like uncut versions of the episodes up to a week before the episodes drop. We also do once a month watch-alongs, where once a month, me, Dan, and Angela just sit down and watch a movie. This month, we're going to be watching 1980's Mother's Day. We probably either already watched it or whatever. It's on the Patreon or it's coming up. So hang out with us and watch that with us. They're a lot of fun. We just chill and talk and watch usually questionable movies.
Yes, 100%.
We've watched Ghost of Mars. We watched a movie called Crabs.
That was good.
What else did we watch? We've watched some pretty weird movies over there.
I remember Crabs. I don't remember what was good.
We watched Chuck Norris's Silent Rage.
Yeah,
that was an experience. But yeah, we got.
Wait, is that the Halloween knockoff?
Kinda.
Where
yeah.
it's
it's
the
a movie
dude
where
that had like the implant and he's going around killing people.
Yeah,
or
pretty
something?
much. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
And Chuck Norris is just there. He just
Yeah.
he doesn't do a lot, but he's just there. Yeah.
So it's a cool bar fight. There's titties, lots of them.
Yes.
I'm in.
Lots of them. Yeah,
But you can also. But over on the Patreon, you can participate in our polls, which are for all members, even free tier members. So if you just want to join at the free tier, you can participate in the polls. You can see what we're posting. Sometimes I post like little quips from whatever I post, so you guys can get a little taste of what we're doing, and maybe you can drop that $1. Or you can join at the $3 tier, where you can participate in the polls that are created by you, where you guys get to choose movies for us to throw in a poll. People vote on it, and then that's what we're covering. That's why we're going to be covering whatever the hell we're going to be covering next week, because of our Mark Wahlberg book club members. So we appreciate you. But if you can't do that, make sure to go to your favorite podcast app, drop 5 stars, leave us a review. The more 5-star reviews we get, usually the audience kind of grows, and that's kind of the whole point of doing all these things, is to grow our audience, get more people in to listen to our crazy show, because we have now 234 episodes of just this show and many, many more of other things we've done as Dissect That Film. So check it out. We also have a second show called The Monster Zone, where once a month, now twice a month, starting in June, we're going to be spinning a wheel and landing on a monster movie and talking about it. It is hosted by Dan, Angela, and Mikey, our 4th co-host, and I just show up. That's what I like to tell everybody. I think that's it. I probably forgot something, but you know what? The last thing I got to do is thank our wonderful patrons over on patreon.com. We have Dustin Elkins, Rudy5453, Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast, and the Podcast Will Rock, Daniel Collins, Jordan Champion, Lo Wang, Doom Generation, Angela, Dissect That Dan, the Baron's Hideout Podcast, Eric Stein, Robert Stewart, Jason, Anna Presley, Lone Wolf, Derek Folder, and Steven as Movie Buff 3000. Thank you so much for supporting us over on Patreon, and thank you to everybody else for supporting us everywhere else, because without you, this would have ended a long time ago. So we appreciate you very much. But until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan Angela of DNA Gaming. And that is Tyler and Arik of Team T&A. And this has been episode 234 of the Dissect That Film Podcast. We'll see y'all again on the next one. Bye. Don't steal $40,000 from a random cowboy guy and then run away and then try to go to a sleazy hotel. Never mind. Okay, goodbye.
Don't have an affair with your unmarried lover.